A Saudi-born Canadian man has been sentenced to life in a U.S. prison for aiding ISIS. American prosecutors say 39-year-old Mohammed Khalifa was a prominent member of the group's propaganda arm. CBC's Garrett Barry is tracking those details for us, and he's in St. John's, joins me now. Good morning, Garrett. Take us through what we know.
Yeah, this man's been called the English voice of ISIS, and in his own words, he said he left a comfortable life in Canada behind to fight for ISIS in Syria. He spoke to CBC's Fifth Estate about that in 2019.
I had a normal life back in Canada. I was doing very well for myself, and I decided to give it up, knowing where I was coming, knowing what I was sacrificing in the process. I was happy just coming to a place where we could live in an Islamic State and implement the Sharia.
The U.S. Department of Justice said in a statement about this trial that Khalifa worked for 3 years in a prominent role in ISIS's propaganda operation. He narrated 15 videos in English, including some that prosecutors called influential and exceptionally violent. They said Khalifa, for example, worked in the unit that published videos of beheadings, including one of American journalist James Foley. In a statement, the Department of Justice said the videos he worked on depict glamorized portrayals of ISIS and its fighters, as well as scenes of violence, including depictions of unarmed prisoners being executed, footage of ISIS attacks, and fighting. In his trial, Khalifa admitted he killed 2 Syrian soldiers before he surrendered to U.S.-backed Kurdish forces.
Now, Khalifa was raised in Canada and eventually left Toronto for Syria. What more do we know about his life?
We know a fair amount because he's done a couple of media interviews. He has a wife and 3 children, the children who were born in Syria. He's 39 years old. He grew up in Toronto and he got a degree in computer systems, in Canada before he left a job for Syria in 2013. He also told CBC's Fifth Estate that his life in Syria was almost similar to his life in Canada. He talked about his work day and being able to work early, or leave work early rather, if he had finished his tasks. In court filings for this case, he described his journey overseas. He said he began listening to Al-Qaeda videos around the time of the Arab Spring, and he decided to leave his life, a promising career, behind. But his attorneys at trial said he later turned away from ISIS. He tried to dissuade others from joining the group by making videos that provided a counter-narrative to ISIS propaganda. On Friday, he was sentenced to life in prison. He had pled guilty. The judge in this case, though, described him as a Pied Piper. He said that this life sentence should be a warning to others.
Okay, Garrett, thank you. The CBC's Garrett Barry reporting from St. John's.